Starcraft universe. This is the MMO that it's Upheaval Arts and Free Space Films, which are just two fan groups, are putting together. It is a full-fledged MMO in the actual game with your characters saved, with a login screen. Everything actually loads outside of Starcraft 2 after you get into the game. It just uses the engine as a platform. This guy you're looking at here is the new main character, who is the basically the student of Zeratul. Yeah, it's actually pretty amazing. But let me know how the audio sounds, because like I said, it is fully voice acted. At about 40 minutes of prologue, I'm going to make a brand new character, but we'll walk through all the character stuff right now real quick, because I'm probably going to make a little Baylight of this, of my playthrough. So this is the guy I made first, which was a preserver. But I'm going to create a new character. So you have two factions. You have the Protoss and the Terran. Obviously, you can't play as a Zerg. So you can play as a Marine, a Firebat, Ghost, Medic, and then for the Protoss, you've got the Zealot, the High Templar, the Dark Templar, and the Preserver. Now, when you start out in this game, let's just say I'm going to play a Marine, or for example, when you start out, you have all this. You can adjust your colors a little bit here. You've got your main color slider and stuff like that. I want to go back to being like purplish, and my second color will be, oh, it's just the visor. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna make the visor white, I guess, full colors. Make it white. That's cool. Close that off. You pick a starting weapon, and everything is cosmetic. If you watch, the weapon actually physically changes. So there's the Gauss rifle. There's the Interceptor rifle. There's the rocket rifle. There's the proton cannon. And usually, I think they lined it up right now, so like that if you pick this weapon, this relic, which is the starting armor that you start out with, which again changes your look. So there's the CMC 590XE, here's the CMC 550XE, here's the 400XE, and here's the 500XE. They all have different, like say for example, this combat relic aspect is designed for heavy life support, allowing the wearer to sustain higher amounts of damage before becoming incapacitated. So it's kind of like a tanky armor. Then we've got one for increased energy endurance to use more abilities. We got one that is for class abilities, so increases the damage, duration, and mitigation of your abilities. It also decreases the execution, cast time, and charge of abilities, increasing the duration of most channeled abilities. This is like a caster-ish. And then this one is for increases the chance for critical damage on both defensive and offensive abilities. I kind of want to go with this armor. I like this armor because it increases the damage of all your abilities itself. And then you kind of got to think about which weapon you want to go with, because some attack really fast and do low damage, some attack really slow and do high damage, and some are kind of, this one's like really, it's just like this is super fast. Wow. Why is it? It's only 5 damage starting out with, but it's 1 second delay. Weapon damage. So they're all about the same passives. This one is about ability power. Weapon damage and ability power, so make him like a caster marine. I don't know, let's kind of make like a standard marine. Let's go with the Gauss rifle. I kind of like the photon cannon. Then you get your portrait down here, so let's go with the 8-ball one, why not? You've also got your starting abilities down here, which you get grenade launcher, which fires an arcing projectile to position a target, dealing extreme damage in a small radius of the impact site. You get spider mines, you can lay down spider mines. You've got combat agility, which seems to be a ability that most classes have, which is a quick dash straight away, and negates all damage taken while dashing. You got tranquilizer, which I guess reduces its movement speed for a short period of time. Minimal damage, and it's a slow. And then first aid, which is heals a minimum amount of health each second for a short duration. So really, if I'm going to be like a caster, which is the class abilities, I only have 1 offensive ability, so maybe they're not the best. Maybe better down the road, but right now, considering that I don't have a lot of levels to gain in the prologue, Maybe I'll pick a different one. Maybe I'll pick... Let's click this one. This is the critical chance armor. And let's pick the... I want to know what the difference is with this one that fires... I don't know. I'll pick this the Gauss rifle. Let's just go Marine style. Let's change up the portrait to this one for whatever reason. And then name your guy. So I'm going to be Bebe. It doesn't really matter what your character's name is for the prologue. And there's my new character. I can't really play this guy anymore because he's finished the campaign. He's finished the prologue. So we'll just go to my new guy and we'll log in. Name. There's an achievement system and everything involved in this. There's tons of stuff, but we'll watch the prologue. We'll watch the cinematic.
Protoss brethren, heed me. The last twilight has fallen. The galaxy burns around us. The Terrans have been consumed. We are all that stands against the Shadow. But if we are to meet our end this day, then we will do so as one. Entaro Tassadar!
On a distant, shadowed world, the Protoss will make their final stand. Their heroes will gather. Their forces will be marshaled, and they will die bravely. But still, they will die. All will bow before the power of the Fallen One.
Planet Tarsonis, 11 years beyond utter darkness.
At the dawn of the Second Great War, the chronicles of fate were still uncertain. In one vision, Kerrigan, the Queen of Blades, was spared to ward off the coming of a great evil. In the other, she was executed out of vengeance, plunging the galaxy into a darkness it had never known.
Flashdance is online. Okay. I don't have those turned off on my Starcraft account.
Welcome, denizen, to Asylum Tarsonis. 13 days after the hybrid invasion of 2512 began, Asylum was converted from a Dominion mining excavation site into a safe haven for both the Terran and Protoss. This robust compound is home to 17,320 Terran and 4,908 Protoss. Asylum Tarsonis features a state-of-the-art Terran Protoss security system and 27-hour military protection led by Executor Orderin of the 7th Auxilia and General Augustus Deckard of the 1st Dominion Brigade. Asylum Tarsonis is sustained through a complex network of hydromagnetic systems and rebuilt quad-core fusion reactors from the Second Great War. Despite the hybrid assimilation of over 99% of the Zerg population in the Koprilu sector, a large number of Zerg hives still remain active below the surface of Tarsonis. Hidden at the edge of Naglafar Canyon, Asylum has remained virtually undetected for 3,581 days. Take control of your hero with the WASD keys. Your camera can be controlled by holding down the middle mouse button.
There's so many hints. There's a full in-game tutorial. I've already read all these. Just to show you. The camera is fully movable. It's on the middle mouse instead of the right mouse button, which it takes a while to get used to, but middle mouse doesn't really do anything in StarCraft 2. So, yeah. But as you see, you've got hotbar, and I've got my interface down here. I can actually unlock these and move them around. How do I move them? Oh, wait. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, use the arrow keys. Aha! There we go. See? Can move them around a little bit there. Let's lock that one there. Let me get off of my menu and I can unlock this one. Can move that around a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit. Lock right there. Cool. You can also unlock your hotbars and move these around, but I don't need to really move these around right now since they don't really do anything. Auto attack, you get all your 6 abilities to start out with. You have 2 ranks in this game. You have rank, which is your character's level, and you have master rank, which is your profile's level on the outside, in case they put in functionality to have like unlockables and things outside the game or whatnot. So, well, alright, let's move along here. Cinematic. In-game cinematic. Everything is fully voiced.
Antaro Zeratul, warriors. Your presence is ordered at the Command Operations Center. Ready your weapons and report for duty.
Yes, Praetor.
New missions will automatically place a directive marker on your GPS. You can expand your GPS by clicking the display element.
There's a jump function in this game, but it's kind of silly. But yeah, so this is the map, and this is all the different places around the base. You've got your equipment, which it'll walk me through in a second here, but you've got all your equipment and stuff like this, your weapons, items, your minerals, your Vespian gas. You have combat weight in this game, which is kind of like Guild Wars 2, where you can only have so many abilities bound to your bars. And then you've got your inventory right here. Oops, I keep hitting escape like it's going to do something. And then you've got your skills and attributes here, which is what you level up every time you level.
This is your equipment panel.
See, I told you, there it goes.
The left dialog displays what gear you currently have equipped, while the bottom right dialog displays miscellaneous items on your person.
There's lots of stats in this game.
Left-click an item to interact with it.
Lots and lots of stats.
Take a moment to familiarize yourself with item management.
Yeah, it's all like, since it's in the Starcraft 2 engine, you have to click on things, move it, click on things, move it. But anyway, still amazing. Like you've got all these different abilities or stats rather, because I guess this game it's pretty complex. All the stuff. Cause you have weapon damage attack speeds. Then you get your life armor, which is just how much damage you mitigate. Shield armor, how much damage your shield mitigates. Movement speed, ability strength, ability hate, which is how fast or slow abilities activate. Critical strike damage, and then chance. Your shields, your life, your energy, which is what you use all your abilities. How fast your shield regenerates, how fast your life regens, and how fast your energy regenerates, which is all pretty standard stuff for StarCraft 2, but it's all in this MMO format. You can talk to these people around here, these zealots and stuff, and this zealot over here. What you doing, buddy?
Justice be done.
Yep. What else we got down here? We've got player versus player stuff, which is not in the game yet. Clans, which we can have guilds in this game. We've got help menu, which we already looked at earlier, and then we've got the game menu, which is the how to save your character and everything else. I'm gonna jump in. This hint's gonna pop up automatically because these are
Time's a wasted.
These are vendors, which I have no use for yet because I haven't. There's really nothing to do with vendors right now since it's the prologue. You got scientist vendor over here, which is blueprints, which is craftables, and the scientist over here, which is just to talk to. All right, let me close my equipment menu. Jumping marine. The controls are pretty responsive, actually. I mean, this is me just like wiggling around really quickly, and that's how fast it responds. Attacking is pretty. What's this guy doing? A combat system, which we'll get into after a little bit of more dialogue and fun, is actually pretty awesome. Honestly, it's for being built inside this engine. I was thoroughly impressed with this earlier. We got a little statue right there, and it's cool to see how big things would be if you actually were a Marine. Like, this is how big a photon cannon is. I love, like, scale, because in StarCraft 2 campaign, you really don't know how big scale is, you know? So, that's fun. Little Marine over here.
By the numbers, boys.
Yeah. Let's run over here. Start this in-game stuff.
Scanner suites are showing a roughed-up observer at the crash site. Faint life signs closing on it. Looks like Zerglings.
Executor, the patrol team you requested has arrived.
Patrol team? Are you mad? We can't risk being spotted by the hybrid.
Calm yourself, Alia Sims. The threat is minimal. The Observer's records may lead us to more survivors.
Fine.